Hey, Tim Sykes again. This is video number 2 out of the 7 free video lesson series. Remember, video lesson number 7 is going to be something I have never shared before, so definitely stick around for that. But we're still continuing to build up to that because you have to understand the basics before you can get to something that's really cool. So this is the number one question I get. How much money do I need to start out with? And I want to answer that by saying, look, my strategy is ideal for small accounts. A few $100s, a few $1,000s. Remember, I've started with $12,000, turned it into $2 million. Now I started $12,000 again when I'm teaching. It's up to over $200,000. So that's some good money. Let me show you a few examples. I have, thousands of students in over 60 countries, but there are a few stories that stand out. And it all depends on how much you're willing to learn. There's a specific set of rules. It will help you, but I can't force anybody to learn. All I can do is throw these lessons out there. But the people who have learned have had tremendous success. Here is Jarmal, and he is JLex24 on Twitter. You should definitely follow him. You see, look at this. He says, student of Timothy Sykes, and then he quotes Steve Jobs. I feel I shouldn't be in the same sentence, but I'll take it because he's very happy. He turned $500 into $3,000 in just 3 weeks. Not huge money, but it's a huge start. And the same strategy that you can use to turn 500 into 3,000, that's 6 times your money. Now, if he can do it again, it's up to 18,000. And I think he's up. I got a follow-up email sometime. I haven't kept completely in touch. I get too many emails. I get 2,000 emails a day, but one of his follow-up emails, I think he said that he was up to 10,000. So he's doing well. But a few of his earlier emails I loved. They don't make a whole bunch of sense. He's very excited. Sometimes he misses words, and I'll read this. Your method is saving my butt from being wiped out. I'm a newbie, so I never experienced a tanking market before. Thanks. It makes so much sense now compared to your investing last year with your method. It's fun when you follow the rules. Notice that it says it makes so much sense now compared. I think he's saying it makes so much more sense now compared to investing last year. But I didn't want to change the wording of his email. And he's just excited, and he's understandably a newbie, and he's making money in a tanking market. That's actually next video where I talk about how you can make money on stocks going up or down in bull or bear markets. But Jarmal understands this. So here's another guy, David. He turned 1,000 into 12,000 in just 2 months. And I actually got him on video at my conference last year. So I want to show you this video.
What's up, man? What's your story? What's your name?
My name's David Martin. I started trading in March. I run my own business, but I was looking to make money and get rich quick. I saw the market tanked. I was
So
going to
8
ride
months ago?
Yeah.
Or 7 months ago?
I thought I was going to get rich with all these financials. Long story short, I got poor. And then I figured I found Tim Sykes, and long story short, I started Soga Trade at $1,000 in July, ended in August at $12,000.
Wow.
Cashed out a few grand just to play with. Started a Harmon trading account. $5,000. I'm already up to 8,000 on that. So that's the story.
What's your secret? I mean, are the DVDs helping? Are you buying breakouts? Are you shorting breakdowns? What are you doing?
I got your DVDs. Watch Penny-Stocking Part 1 and 2. Get the Tim alerts every day. The watch list. The watch list is the key because you look for the stocks. You stock them for the proper time to short them, and it's a short strategy. You watch.
So you do short sales.
Absolutely.
Some people just like to buy breakouts.
You watch the rise up, and it's a guaranteed strategy. You see exactly how much room you have before it's going to bottom, and you just short it at the time.
Cool, man. Thanks.
No problem, man.
You gotta love the cheering at the end of that. You can hear we're in Vegas. And these are, some videos of some other students that I have. And you can go on YouTube and watch them all. But also, this isn't only for people with small accounts. It also works for medium accounts, which I consider between $3,000 and $10,000. Here is Ashea Burton from Atlanta, Georgia. You can see this long email that she wrote. I minimized it. But she basically turned 3,000 into 50,000 in 3 months. And she is just a 29-year-old single mother of 2. So she's very busy. But turning 3,000 into 50,000, that's life-changing. Here are some good quotes that I plucked out of her long testimony to me. I highly encourage anyone interested in playing penny stocks to get motivated and do this. Timothy Sykes is the truth, hands down. He's straight to the point and tells it like it is. We love him for that. If a person like myself with a busy lifestyle and not knowing a thing about stocks can do this, so can you. And that is something I'm very proud of. You know, Ashaya didn't know anything about the stock market when she started, and now she's had tremendous success. She's dedicated herself to learning the rules that I teach, and you know, I'm the truth hands down, which I like that saying. So I'll take it. Thank you, Ashaya, and congrats on your success. This is also another guy, Steven. He emailed me, and this was an exact, you know, these are the exact words he used in his email. He said, I am up from 3,000 to nearly 75,000, and I am working full time. If you take a bit of time to learn and have a plan and follow your rules, it's not that complicated at all. And this was an email from, you know, a few weeks ago. He's actually over, he just emailed me again. He just cracked $100,000 inside of a year, 3,000 into 100,000, and he has a full-time job where he's making 100,000. So, you know, we've doubled his income, and you know, starting with a small account like that. So I'm excited to see what he can do with 100,000. You know, will he be able to get to $1 million next year? It's possible. And this is the beautiful thing. My strategy works for larger accounts too. Not huge accounts. I'm not talking like 10, 20, $100 million. This is not that kind of a strategy. That's why I'm not a hedge fund manager. I'm a teacher. This is an ideal strategy for people with $500, 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, all the way up to 2 and even 500,000. You know, you could probably even do it with $1 million, but don't expect to go from like $1 million to 20 million. Here's an example. This is Reaper Trades. This is his profit chart, and he is the chat room moderator on my website. And I got to show you this email that he sent me. He said, when I first came across Tim Sykes, I was deeply skeptical of his strategy, but Tim's strategy works. Since 2008 in June, I have averaged trading profits of over $100,000 per year, and I've been successful enough, so I now moderate Tim's chat room. And I want to go back to his profit chart for a second because it's interesting. He started in June of 2008, so right around here. And at first, you know, it was kind of choppy. He didn't really, you know, he had a nice big gain, and then he lost it. He was, you know, undisciplined a little bit. He wasn't sure about everything. I worked with him, and he got a little choppy, and now look at him. Now he's just so gradually profitable, straight up. Profits of $363,000. You know, and this is the beautiful thing with this strategy. He started with several $100,000. Now he has several 100,000 more, and he's a great teacher. I hope you get to talk with him if you get into my chat room. This is another guy, Elkwood. His name is Eric Wood, and you know, he just started with me in 2011, and I think he started with, I want to say 100 or 150,000, but now his profits are over 200,000. And he's very much like me. He wins over 70% of the time, as you can see in the bottom left-hand corner, and he's making roughly $2,400 per trade. He's actually making 15% per trade, which is a little more than me. I'm a little closer to 10%. So he's becoming a better trader than me, and that's awesome. That is the beautiful thing. I feel like I'm Archie Manning. You know, I don't know if you guys follow football in the NFL, but Archie Manning is the father of both Eli and Peyton Manning. And Eli and Peyton each have won Super Bowls now, while Archie Manning never won a Super Bowl. The father coached the sons to being better than him because he was there. He was in the NFL, and he saw what he could do in his own personal failings. And I'm in a very similar spot where, you know, I've made several millions of dollars now, but so have my students. And my students, some of them are becoming better than me. They're taking my mistakes and learning from them. And I never had that. I never had a mentor. So I'm very proud. You know, this isn't just about bragging. It's more pride. In that, you know, I'm pretty fulfilled by teaching these people to be self-sufficient. They won't need me in a few years. And that's the goal. I want you to be self-sufficient, profitable, and ideally millionaire traders. But I do want to show you some other stuff other than just talking about, you know, my students' success. I could spend all day talking about them, and these were just a few examples. But I also want to give you some solid information to get you started. So here are 5 free websites that I use every single day. I don't like, you know, all these premium websites and tools and apps. If you look at Bloomberg, I mean, they charge like, what is it, $1,500 or $2,000? It freaks me out that they spend so much money per month. I like free websites. That's just me. Here is finance.yahoo.com. This is my homepage. It is great for message boards and research and data and news. And in future videos, I'll go into how I use the website. It's a big website. But for now, just check out finance.yahoo.com, look around, get used to it. Another website that I use is Twitter. And you can follow me. It's just my name, twitter.com/@TimothySykes, all one word. And I tweet quite a bit about the stocks that I'm looking at. And I also have these lists. You can see I have friends and financial product reviews and soulless stock promoters, investing resources, and then traders worth following. So I divide up different people on Twitter. This is just a social network where you have basically 140 characters to say what you want. And it's great for stock trading. You can say, look, this penny stock is breaking out to new highs, watch it. So definitely follow me on Twitter. And if you're not on Twitter, get on it. So bigcharts.com is another free website. I use it for all my charting. Just start typing in tickers and you can start seeing their charts. I'll go into this in future videos, how I look at all the charts, but for now, just look around. I want to introduce you to this stuff before you get overwhelmed. Clearstation.com. This is a very underfollowed website. It's very good. They have a lot of different data points, and I want you to just check it out. So Clearstation.com, it's free. All these sites are free. I like free. I'm frugal. Yes, I'm a frugal millionaire. It's good to be frugal. And here's the lion.com. This is one of my favorite message boards. You can see the symbol. They divide up all the messages by tickers, and these are the different messages. You have to be careful on message boards though, because everybody is trying to, kind of manipulate each other. So I talk about this and I teach how to use them, how to use the manipulators against themselves. But you can't really trust them because their interests aren't aligned with yours. What they're trying to do is say, oh, this stock looks great, I want you to buy it. And then meanwhile, since they're not using their real name, they just sell right into your buys. So they're trying to take advantage of you. Obviously, I'm using my real name. I share every single thing. I'm not trying to take advantage of you. Our interests are aligned. I want you to be my next success story. I want you on this list. You Bobs and Daves and Johns and Ashayas out there. I think I can teach everybody my strategy, but I'm going to be totally honest. And that's the difference between me and these message board people. That said, you still have to keep in touch with the message board people because, it's interesting to see what stocks they're trying to pump up, because then you can bet against them just as they're betting against you. And I'll show you how to do that. But for now, I just wanted to talk about a few of my students and say, look, you can start with $500, you can start with $5,000, you can start with $500,000. Do not be afraid to get started. You don't even have to trade right away. You can just open a brokerage account, or many of you maybe even have brokerage accounts open, but you can study it first. I want you to be comfortable before you start saying, oh, let me bet everything. I don't ever want you to bet everything. I don't want you to risk disaster, and I want you to be comfortable. So in my next video, I'm going to talk about exactly how you can make money in stocks on the way up and on the way down. Many people think, oh, we need a bull market. We need stocks to be surging for me to make money. And that's not true. I've made over 50% per year on my money the past few years, each of the past few years. And the markets haven't always been up. As you saw, Jamal is making money in a bear market. It's a beautiful thing to make money on both the ups and the downs of stocks. There's always opportunities, and you don't have to trade every single minute, every hour, or even every day. But you can take advantage of the opportunities that are out there. So stay tuned for my next video. Thank you again for wanting to learn. I'll see you in a bit.